Canva photo editing tutorial. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to walk through how you can start editing your photos using Canva. Whether you're a beginner or just curious about Canva's photo tools, this guide will help you get started. So let's dive right in. Now I want to be upfront. When it comes to professional-grade photo retouching, especially things like correcting blemishes, fine-tuning skin tones, or making intricate edits to your image, Canva isn't really designed for that. It doesn't have the depth of tools you'd find in advanced photo editing software like Photoshop or Lightroom. But if your goal is to creatively enhance your photo, add some stylish filters, throw in sparkles or decorative elements, insert cool text, or use fun design effects, then Canva is absolutely perfect for that. It's intuitive, simple to use, and packed with tools to turn a basic image into something much more engaging and eye-catching. To start editing, head over to your For You section on Canva's homepage. From there, you can either create a new design by clicking on Custom Size and entering your desired dimensions, or if you already have a photo in mind, just click on the Upload button in the top right corner. Once you click Choose Files, go ahead and select the image you want to edit. Let's say we're picking this photo. You simply click on it, then hit Edit Photo. This takes you into Canva's photo editor, where you'll immediately see a range of filters and effects. But here's a pro tip I like to use. Instead of just editing in the photo editor directly, I prefer clicking on Use in a Design. This allows you to open the photo in a full Canva workspace where you get access to the entire toolkit, elements, text, animations, and more. It's much more flexible and user-friendly. Once your photo opens up in a design canvas, click on the image itself. You'll then see an Edit Image button appear in the top left corner. Go ahead and click that. Now you're in the editing panel, where you'll find a range of features. One of the first things you'll notice is the background remover. This tool is especially useful if you're creating YouTube thumbnails or want to isolate the subject in your photo. Just keep in mind, this feature is only available for Canva Pro users, so you'll need a premium subscription to use it. Just below the background remover, you'll find several manual adjustment options that allow you to tweak your photo exactly the way you like. These include controls for brightness, contrast, saturation, warmth, and more. You can slide these settings left or right depending on how you want your image to appear: brighter, moodier, more vibrant, etc. Next, you'll see a section for filters. If you click on Filters and then select See All, Canva will show you a wide range of preset filters you can apply to give your photo a specific mood or style. These are great if you want a quick transformation. And here's a neat trick. If you click on a filter twice, you can actually fine-tune the intensity of that filter. This way, you're not stuck with a one-size-fits-all effect. You can make it more subtle or stronger, depending on your creative goal. Even though we're focusing on photo editing, it's worth noting that you can apply these exact same tools to videos in Canva as well. The process is almost identical, so feel free to experiment with your video content using these same features. Now, after adjusting the filter intensity, you can scroll down further to explore even more editing tools. You'll also find the Blur tool, which includes a brush you can use to selectively blur parts of your image. Just click on Blur, then adjust the size and intensity of the brush and paint over the areas you want to soften. You also have the option to restore any blurred area back to its original state. These filters can really bring out emotion or mood in your photo. Canva also provides a selection of artistic filters like paint effects, which make your image look like a hand-painted portrait, or bad TV, color mix, and trippy effects for more abstract or edgy visuals. Within the trippy category, for example, you'll find effects like radiate, mirror, mood, and more. You can click twice on any of these to adjust their intensity and even change the angle or direction of the effect, making it look super dynamic and unique. If you're in the mood for something playful, the Liquify tool lets you distort parts of your image, creating a fun, wavy, or melted look, allowing you to balance clarity and effect creatively. Lastly, Canva is testing a new face retouch feature, which is currently in beta. This tool automatically enhances facial features in your image, giving you a polished, professional portrait with just one click. It's still being fine-tuned, but it's a useful option if you're working on profile pictures or client images. When it comes to retouching facial features, Canva also provides some specific options to enhance portraits. These include tools for smoothing skin, whitening teeth, and removing red eye effects, all of which are handy for quick and basic photo corrections. While Canva doesn't offer the deep precision tools you'd find in dedicated retouching software like Photoshop, these simple adjustments are often more than enough for social media posts, profile pictures, or online content. Beyond retouching, Canva offers a variety of creative effects to enhance your photos even further. Now, let's say you want to take your edited photo and place it onto a larger design, maybe to add text, sparkles, or additional elements on a new canvas. One way to do that is by simply selecting your photo, copying it using Ctrl+C, and then pasting it onto a new canvas using Ctrl+V. This method works, but there's a catch. If your image is inside a frame, copying and pasting might lock its size and shape to that frame, making it difficult to freely adjust. This gives you full control over resizing and positioning it. For example, you can now resize the photo freely, drag it to the center of your design, or place it anywhere you want. This setup is ideal if you're planning to add decorative elements like sparkles, shapes, icons, or custom text around your image. Once your photo is positioned, you can click on it again to continue adding edits, such as applying a frame around the entire image or layering other effects like filters and animations, especially useful if you're creating content for social media, marketing, or even digital products. Now, just like with the previous photo, I can click on Edit Image to continue customizing it with various effects and adjustments. One of the first things I want to do is apply a filter to enhance the overall mood of the photo. So I'll scroll down to the Photogenic Filters section and choose the Whimsical filter. This one adds a soft, dreamy tone that really complements the aesthetic I'm going for. Next, I want to add some creative design elements to give the image a retro or vintage vibe. To do this, I'll head over to the Elements tab on the left panel and type retro into the search bar. Once the results load, I'll click on the Graphics filter to narrow it down to just graphic elements. There are plenty of fun, nostalgic options here. Let's say I want to go with a vintage-style background element. I'll choose one that I like from the list, drag it onto the canvas, and resize it to fit the design. To make sure this element stays in the background, I'll simply right-click on it and select Send to Back. This ensures it doesn't cover the main image or any of the other elements I plan to add. To build on this retro theme, I also want to include a visual that resembles an old recording, so I'll search for Old Recording in the Elements search bar. After browsing through a few options, I'll choose one that fits the look I'm aiming for, place it onto the canvas. As I continue designing, I feel like the image could use a few more details to fully bring out that nostalgic aesthetic. So now I'm going to search for a vintage stamp to add a bit of charm and texture. Canva has a wide variety of decorative graphics, so it's easy to find something that fits. I'll drag and drop it into place and arrange it so that it doesn't overpower the main photo, but instead complements the overall design. Once I'm happy with all the additions and edits, it's time to export the final version. I'll click on the Share button at the top right corner. Here, I have a few different sharing options. I can copy a shareable link, choose to share it with view-only access, or download the image directly to my device. Now, since I included a GIF-style animated element in the design, purely for decorative purposes, Canva might suggest exporting it as an MP4 file. But because I don't need animation in this case, I can choose to ignore that and simply download the design as a JPEG or PNG image. To do that, I'll select my preferred file format, JPEG for a high-quality compressed image, or PNG if I want better clarity, and then click Download. Once the download is complete, I can open the image to preview it, or I can share it directly with others via email, messaging apps, or by uploading it to social media. And that's it. This is how you can take a simple photo and completely transform it using Canva's wide range of filters, effects, and design elements. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.